Making your charity visit. It may seem an easy option to find out about your chosen charity without leaving the school, but experience shows that teams who establish a personal connection with their charity, visit their charity's base, office or premises, and engage with the people involved, gain essential information and insights that will make their final presentation truly stand out. Speaking with the staff and volunteers and spending time with the service users will allow you to develop and strengthen the passion you have for their cause.
Make an early phone call to the charity that you're interested in and find out a bit on the phone. Don't leave it all until that group visit to go down and do all your research, because quite a lot of information could be sent out in advance. Obviously people access websites and get a lot of information that way, but I would say get an early dialogue going. Don't leave it to the last minute.
When students come to visit us, they often have a number of questions. So start by just having a basic chat, telling them about the charity, telling them about our history, telling them about all the different things that we do.
When you go and visit the charity, you meet these real people who are in these real situations that are really tough and really horrible, and you only ever hear about them on the news or on documentaries.
It's fine me sitting saying to you, this is what we do, this is what we've got, come and see for yourself. And the kids actually took us up on that offer. They came into town, they came and saw our facilities.
If we hadn't have visited the charity, we wouldn't have got the information that we'd got, we wouldn't have found out about everything that they did.
I like to encourage them to ask their own questions. You know, I wouldn't come out and just give them a fact sheet and say, right, there you go, this is us, go and make up your presentation. I actually encourage them to ask us questions.
The £3,000 is usually the question that they pose to us, you know, what would you do, what would the organisation do with the money?
And it wasn't just statistics, they didn't just want fact figures, they wanted real live scenarios. They wanted to know about the kids, they wanted to know if there was any children in Portlethen area being supported.
We got to talk to everyone and see what they got to do, and we got to just find out all about them, which was really useful because we used a lot of the information they gave us in our presentation.
We didn't just meet the volunteers, but we met the people that were being helped by the charity, and they told us what they did for them and how being part of the charity made them feel, and I think that made us most passionate about it.
Mostly they come just with a list of questions sometimes, other times they just come for a chat. So it depends on how organised they are as to what they then get out of it when they come to meet us, I think.
We often get supporters who are quite a bit older, so it opens up a whole new audience, and the sorts of questions that young people come and ask us are wonderfully unpolished and raw, and it often gets us thinking about what we do and how we communicate that to young people.
We went out of our way to make sure that we knew about them and we knew tiny little details and all that, and we got a personal connection with them. And I think the ones that didn't go to their charities, that's where they lacked, because they didn't have a full understanding of it.
We asked them a few questions and they showed us around the shop, and yeah, it had a really nice atmosphere.
We asked quite a lot of questions, and Magnus was kind enough to give us leaflets and stuff to give us a bit more information on the history of the charity and everything like that.
They had an interest in, you know, what sort of projects you would do, and how you gained your income, how you spent your income.
We have volunteers that come into our office, different volunteers every day, so they can speak to the volunteers and find out about why they chose to get involved with the charity and about what they contribute to the charity as well.
We spoke to the director of the charity, and she gave us information about what they do, how much funding they have, how much staff they have, what services they provide, and from there we got enough information to make a presentation.
Typically they'll come along and spend between half an hour and an hour finding out about the charity, probing away with some questions, and usually going away with some notions of ideas as to how their presentation might actually begin to pan out.
We visited our charity twice. The first time was a phone call, and we had to make sure we'd fit in with their schedule so we weren't pestering them.
The first time my group visited our charity was a meeting with one of the staff, and they told us a lot about the facts and figures and that we could put in our presentation. And since then we've been going every Tuesday night to their under 18s group, so the people who go are the same age as us, and we've been being part of the group, involving ourselves in their workshops and getting to know the people really well and finding out what they're all about.
They came back several times to see us. I was really impressed with that. When they didn't understand something, they didn't just maybe pick up the phone. Down they came and actually asked us again to say, but how do you do that and why do you do that?
Personal contact with a charity, it's key. We've had some groups in recently and we've had some nursing staff on hand, and we've been able to just grab those guys for a few minutes, and they can give first-hand accounts of the sort of work they do. So you'll not get that on a website, you'll not get that from literature. So if at all possible, even if it's by phone, make that personal contact with the charity.
The Charity Visit can be the true turning point of the programme.